welcome back to my channel. This week I'm going to be doing a plan with me video in my Hobonichi Weeks planner, and I wanted to go for a slightly different theme this week. So if we look back over previous weeks, kind of had like a bright florally, cozy vibes. I did a vertical spread, did a coffee spread, really loved this one. And then I had some pastels, some pinks and blues, and then back to kind of a bookish coffee, art, kind of vintagey feel spread. So, this week, let me just remove all those. So I'm a big post-it girl. I tend to write everything on a post-it note because I forget things all the time, like really badly. So yeah, we're in November. How did that happen? Hey, it just happens. It's come around so quick. Anyway, back to the spread. So this week, I'm just going to move that because it's a bit distracting. I can see it through the paper. Pop that there. Okay. So this week, I have spent a little bit of time and planned out my theme just a little bit. And I am going to be using My Little Lady Sumi. So Sumi is a little character that I've been drawing. Years and years ago, I had an Etsy shop and I sold stickers, and I had a little character called Spuddy, and it was just a really simple character. And this is kind of how Spuddy has evolved into Sumi. So I've been drawing for myself little stickers that are relatable to me. So like this one with all the sticky notes. That just screams me, you know. I love that because that is me. If I could walk about with post-it notes stuck to me, I absolutely would. I'll probably benefit from it too. So yeah, I've been drawing these little stickers and I want to use her in this week's spread. I have made myself a little sample sheet and I drew the background and everything. Really enjoyed the whole process of this. I mentioned in my last video that I am getting a Cricut Joy Extra for Christmas. So excited. I've named her Mildred. I know where she's going to go. I'm so excited for Christmas to unwrap it, and I will probably all of Christmas night just be making my own stickers instead of having to hand cut them. So super excited about that. So back to this week's spread. This week I wanted to focus quite heavily on my mood. So I have noticed for the past month or so, whether it's with the weather change, the change of season, or it's just one of those things, who knows, my mood has been very, very up and down. And when I say up and down, it's not been, I've actually done, this is how organised I try to be when I'm planning spreads. I've actually done this little mock-up. So this is just off camera and this helps me remember what I wanted to do, because once I get going, I forget what I'd planned. So yeah, this just helps with the memory. But if I just, I don't know if you can see that, my mood is very like mood usually will go like that. Yeah, most people will kind of be up and down. They'll have ups and downs throughout the day. My mood tends to go from really low, and then it can shoot up to being like joyful, and then it can shoot back down, and then it'll go somewhere in the middle. So I'm trying to identify different triggers, I guess you would say, things that happen in my day that kind of cause those mood fluctuations. And what I'm going to do with this information when I find it is just put some little practices in place, some little activities, if you like, that can kind of help me to pause in the moment, so I'm not catastrophizing things quite so much. So yeah, that's the plan. So I'm going to be focusing, I'm not going to do a habit tracker this week. Have loved my habit trackers, but I'm going to focus on mood. And I'm going to do the same with my journaling too. In my Hobonichi Cousin, I'm going to journal a lot about my mood and kind of things that are happening to just identify those little triggers that might be there that I'm missing. So yes, this is going to be the theme, Little Miss Sumi. And we're going to use some washi, picked out a couple of colours. We're going to use a mild liner pen. We're going to use a clean colour dot pen. Oh, absolutely love these, like mini bingo dot dabber things, amazing. And this, I believe, is a zebra, the Sarasa clip, and this is in like this gorgeous purpley colour, which I thought would go nice with the spread. So we're going to get going. I've been waffling on. Let's start with some washi. So let me know if you are, I was going to say neurospicy then, but some people don't like that. Neurosparkly, again, some people don't like that. Let me know if you have ADHD, autism, on the spectrum, and you find that you not struggle with your mood, but you're just very kind of aware that your mood is rarely stable. Now, from talking to other people who have ADHD, particularly ADHD, seems to be something that I hear a lot. From talking to them, I've found that a lot, especially women, this is very true for women, I'm finding, a lot of women tend to get misdiagnosed with a mood disorder like bipolar disorder before they get diagnosed with ADHD. And that is very true for me, actually. I had my autism assessment quite a few years ago now, after my daughter was diagnosed. So my eldest son had already been diagnosed. And then years later, my daughter was struggling, but presented in a very different way, which, you know, is really normal, actually, if you think about it, because we're all different. So we'll all present differently in our struggles. And yeah, so the psychologist who was assessing her basically said, oh, this is kind of a strongly hereditary kind of thing. Mum, I believe you may be on the spectrum. Maybe you'd like to find out for sure and get an assessment. So I did. I got my assessment and I was diagnosed with autism. I was told I was autistic, and it made a lot of sense. And they also said that they couldn't, the person who was assessing and diagnosing me also said, I can't diagnose you officially with ADHD, but I highly suspect you are ADHD as well. So, if you want to follow that up, then go for that. And I never did, but just kind of lived with that knowledge, if you like, that yeah, I've got an ADHD brain. The more time has gone on, the more I'm like, yeah, I've definitely got ADHD, and that's fine. But then I really struggled. I went through a period of about a year with hormone problems and things like that, and I really struggled with my mood, and I actually got misdiagnosed with bipolar. And the problem with that is that when you're diagnosed with something like bipolar or any kind of major mood disorder, the wash is down, there you go, is that then you are medicated. So I was tried with all these really strong medications that made me really, really poorly. I mean, physically and mentally unwell. And all along it was ADHD. So yeah, it's just something that I've experienced and that I've heard that a lot of people have also experienced the same. So I don't really use Sunday for much. I kind of see it as a rest day. So I might just pop a sticker there. But yeah, this is kind of the look we're going for, like this. So yeah, I would love to hear your experiences. Do you find that your mood is quite up and down? I mean, it's definitely got easier to regulate as I've got older. When I was a teenager, I mean, it was just horrific with all the hormones flying about. But yeah, so I'd love to hear your experience. And it's just something I wanted to talk about while I was just setting up the washi tape. Just because I feel like not a lot of people do talk about it. It's kind of not embarrassing, but just not something that we tend to talk about much. So yeah, I just wanted to put it out there, really. I think if we don't talk about these things, then we feel like we're all alone, don't we? And that's not a great feeling. I actually drew this sticker here with the little crystals, Sue me with her crystals, with my friend in mind who will probably be watching this video. So yeah, you know who you are. So I've just put those off the page there because it just allows me a little bit of extra space to do some actual planning. And I'm just going to cut off the little sticky overlappy bits and stick it to my hand like that. Let me do that bottom bit. Okay. And the same on the other side. So this week, next week. It's Sunday today for me, so it'll be Thursday when you see this video, but it's Sunday for me. So next week I really want to focus on my main business. Not that I don't focus on it every week, but the specific things in my main business I want to focus on. So I'm going to get some of those plans down in here just so that I can keep it top of mind. And yeah, hopefully get some things done and be productive, but not too busy that I burn myself out. So there's always that balance, isn't there? I made myself a little day strip for the days. Oh gosh, lost my train of thought mid-thought then. So I'm just going to pop that down there. Oh, we might have to adapt. We should have put this down first, probably. It's okay. We can wing it. It's fine. So I'm going to pop that in there. You'll have to excuse any noise that you hear. I've kind of got into a routine of recording the videos for this channel on a Sunday, which is the most ridiculous thing I think I've ever thought of, because everybody's at home and it's noisy. Oh, there we go. I might put a little sticker over that just to cover it up. Yeah, it's really noisy. So you'll probably hear dogs and all sorts. Yep, got those dates down. And then let's fill in the dates before we move on, because I will forget. Second, so we're on third. These pens, I cannot tell you how nice these pens are. And they were less than, I think they were less than £1 each on Amazon. They came in a pack of like 10. Forgot what date it is. Second. So that's the third. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, and I love them. They come in all these really nice kind of vintage inspired colours, and I've been really enjoying using them in my journal. 7, 8, is that right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you'll be, oh, go on, I'll put you in just so I don't think that next Monday is the 9th. Don't see it, it's not real. Okay, so that's how she's coming along. We've got a washi down, a couple of stickers, and the little date strip. And this is what I was planning out on my little remember what you're doing sheet, is this page, because I kind of know what I'm going to do here. So I'll just quickly do that. I'm going to use my mild liner, and I tend to either do a line down this side, so I've got a big bit here and a little bit there, or I'll do it the opposite direction. I think I'm going to do it the same as last week because I just quite enjoyed that. So switcheroo. And in this part, I mean, you could use this part for all sorts really, but I like to just write a little bit about my day, just a snippet about what's been going on. Oh, got a little bend in my ruler. Really need a new ruler. I want a little one, but also I don't want it to be too little. Oh, that will be fine. Oh, look at that big splodge. Look at this splodge. Okay, that's a sticker problem. We're going to put a sticker over that. What else? Okay. Lid there. I'm going to use my little dabber. Now, I'm going to put my to-dos down here. So what I'm going to do is just give myself 3 main to-dos each day. And even if I only get 1 or 2 done, I can kind of fill it with emails, which is something I would do every day, or, you know, laundry or something like that. So I'm just going to splodge. That's a bit low. I'm just going to splodge 3 in there for each day. I'm going to leave Sunday out because Sunday is a day of rest, even though I do a lot of work on a Sunday, but it's work that I enjoy, like this, recording this video. Just going to give them a minute to dry, and my stickers. And then what I've been liking doing with these colour dot pens is just circling just around a little bit with one of these coloured pens. I don't know, I like circles. I find circles quite calming. And I like giving them the to-do dots a little bit of a border. Like that. Oh, that's a teeny tiny one. I'm so used to working with friction pens that you can erase that I sometimes accidentally try and erase non-friction pens, which is frustrating. Okay, so they're in. Now let's focus on this. So at the very top is going to be the to-do list because it is necessary for me to have a to-do list. So we'll put that there. And I'm not going to use any stickers for this. I'm just going to write in to do and not be kind of too fancy about it. Gonna just draw a line as well. Just roughly like that. And then the dabber comes back. And we're going to put a few in. Now I might just go every other line for this. I have to try and hold back from giving myself lots and lots of to-dos, because even though it's really satisfying to see all the to-dos there and to tick them all off, I also have to be mindful that I probably will not tick them all off, and then that sometimes makes me feel a bit bad, and that's not what I'm going for. I don't want to make myself feel bad. I want to enjoy this process, get things done, and not feel bad. So there. Okay, so next we're going to do the mood tracker, which is a really simple tracker. So I'm going to leave a bit of space, just type in, just draw, oh my goodness, just write. I'm just going to write in mood. You could use the ruler for this, but I've already started with the wobbles, so I feel I need to follow the theme of the wobbles. Okay, I'm going to use the ruler for this though, which seems stupid because it's a smaller line to draw. But okay, so we're going to start with Sunday. I like to work this way because if I work this way when I'm doing the days of the weeks, I run out of space every time. I can't eyeball it. So we're going to go Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, voice is getting higher, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday. Basic stuff, but not basic. My brain doesn't like to work that way. And yeah, we're just going to do a little line really. I might use my mild liner for this. I think, what do I need? Probably to about there. Don't need a great deal of space. You could do this as like a numbered graph. So 1 to 10, 1 being terrible, really upset kind of mood, really stressed, really anxious. Or you could do it in 2, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and just kind of give a rough idea of mood. What I like to do is have a bit more of a visual. Yeah, that works. So I'm just going to draw in smiley faces. I might even use my pen. No, I'm going to draw them. I'm going to stick to my original plan. So down here at the bottom is going to be being quite upset. So I'll do the middle first. We'll do the middle first. So here is going to be just a bit neutral and a bit meh. Down here is going to be very sad. And then up here is going to be really happy. So I can go in between on these. If I'm kind of not really this sad, but not really, if I'm in the middle, I could just go in the middle. You know, this works for me. My brain kind of likes this. I do, however, struggle with the little graphy bits, as you will probably know if you've watched previous videos. So I'm going to separate out the days just to help me kind of select the right day when I'm filling it back in. Like that. We'll do it on Friday and again on Sunday. That just helps me to focus a little bit more when I'm filling it in. Okay, so we had some appointments this week. I've got a reminder about the school holidays. They actually don't go back then. My neighbour told me that is a day off. They go back the next day. I have some blood tests. and I have to record some things for my day job, for my new school that I am setting up. School, SKOOL, school, as in like free membership for my clients, which I hope they like. Okay, so that's the bones of it. I did want to add something else. Oh, I have a doctor's appointment too. Put that there. Don't forget that. I do also want to add kind of an idea park, because I really want to use these stickers because they're so cute. They're from the Strawberry Sticker Co. on Etsy. Last time I checked, which was a couple of days ago, because I wanted to buy a ton to kind of stock up on their stickers, they were closed. I think they were moving. So I'm going to check again. Hopefully they will be reopened soon. But I wanted to kind of, I come up with ideas quite a lot, and I'm always scared that I'm going to, hence the post-it notes. So I thought if I could just park them. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of space just for a idea park. My eyes are not working today. So I'm just going to write that in. You could use this for kind of brain dumping, this space, or a weekly recap. See, a lot of people do a weekly recap like that. And then I can use a little sticker. I'm going to go with a peach. I think it goes well with Miss Sumi. I'm just going to put that there. So that is that. I think I'm going to pop Miss Sumi there as well. And from my to-do list, oh, I'm going to have to use the little laptop Sumi. So pull that off. Oh, I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to my Cricut. I'm going to pop that there so it's not in the way too much. And a little happy Sumi. I find it so hard to pick the back off the stickers. Come on. Oh, there we go. Felt like a workout. What should we put? I feel like we need something over this side. It's kind of sticker heavy down here. No. Yeah, and then I could just write a bit about how I feel there. Maybe just, yeah, write a little bit. Okay. Yes, I am happy with how that is looking. Do I need something up there? Oh, I just need to show you this little sticker. It's Sumi unmasking. Oh, love that. That feels very kind of, it's relatable to me. We were going to put a little sticker there, weren't we? Okay, Sumi unmasking can go up there. I've been working really hard the past few years trying to unmask. And if you're kind of not aware of what unmasking is, or masking is basically a safety behavior for autistic and ADHD people who tend to behave a certain way to fit in, and it's exhausting. And when you've been doing it your whole life, it can cause a whole lot of problems with mental health, like increased anxiety, depression, things like that. So yeah, I've been actively working on unmasking, and so this is just my little reminder that this is what we want to do. We want to just figure out who you are. You know, at my age, at 42, I think it's time that I know who I am. So yeah, and that's it basically. I'll put my to-dos in here. I'll be tracking my mood. I'll put ideas here. Decorated with a few cute stickers and some washes. But I think that's a really kind of not too sticker heavy. It's pretty, but it's not too cluttered that you can't actually plan, which is the whole point of the planner, is to make plans. So I hope you found that helpful. I would love to know if you try to create a similar spread, or any tips you've got for me on planning or on masking or anything neurodiverse. I'd love to know, really interested. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you again soon for another video. Bye.